and then bang!
Little less fangirl, little more wonder girl.
Right, sorry.
All right, and we are back for another Megatron draws. And today we are going to be drawing, as the title and the clip suggests, we're doing Cassie Sandsmark, aka Wonder Girl, and the second Wonder Girl actually, because she came a little bit after Donna Troy. So, or way after Donna Troy, rather. Cause I think she came out in the 90s. I think is when she was first introduced. I can't remember for the life of me, but yeah, it's been a long time coming. Because I started this one, I think, in August, I think, or sometime in the summer of last year. So I have a bunch of other things from last year I need to get done. So, and before we get started, though, I just want to say hi to Dreaming Tabitha. I saw her earlier, so it's good to see you. Hopefully, we get to do another stream soon, Tabitha. Because I think that the group stream, if I'm not mistaken, is coming this coming week. So hopefully I can hopefully I can make it up in time, or for that day. Because I'm not too sure if I'll be working late the day. So we'll see. And hey, Parrothead and Power, I'm glad to see you. I'd be disappointed if you weren't here, Power, because this is your gal. So it'd be a little bit disappointing if you didn't show up. So, but yes, I'm just gonna pull out some markers real quick and get started. And as usual, we'll start with the skin tones. We'll start with the YR. Just get a base going. But you need to get a scrap sheet of paper. Hold on, just for tested markers. Let's use this. All right, so it's finally here. Yeah. So for the background, I kind of came up with this morning because I realized I didn't finish her feet, and I decided I don't want to draw her feet, so I put some sand in front of her. So this is gonna be kind of like if she's like kind of stepping onto like Themyscira, this kind of idea. So you have some mountains in the background. We'll be drawing in, or coloring in rather, and then we'll have just a nice clear blue sky. I think that'll be fitting for this character. So and obviously have some water in the background right here. So mountains, water, sand, sky. So, and then Wonder Girl. So let's get started. Just making sure my pen's working. All right. Those are the eyes. What we'll do is we'll start off by mapping out all the shadow areas. So like underneath the hairline right here. And just kind of going up in there. All right. Let's bring that down just a little bit. Put a little indication under her lip, or above her lip. And then chin. Go on the nose. I'm trying a little less this time around. Keep her very, very not pale, but have a bit more youthfulness, for lack of a better term. And I can't remember what era this costume was, but it's the one with like the just kind of the red with the blue jeans. That was kind of the one I liked the most. And hi, Suzanne Eckstein. I don't think I've seen you before, but great to see you. Welcome to the channel. And Grumpy, I see you. How's it going, man? Good to be back. I had to take last week off, actually, because I had to go see the nieces. I didn't have to go see them. I wanted to go see them, but because we kind of missed out. We kind of missed out on Christmas because they got sick. So So I prioritize that, as a good uncle should. But so that's why we're here today. So we were going to do the stream last weekend, but Easter's come first. So and tomorrow I actually put the link to it on. I put the link to it on the pinned comment or whatever for tomorrow's stream on the Mrs. Dadman's channel. We'll be doing a Lego build stream together. I'll be doing Lego. She'll be building a bear, just taking a piss. So very, very classy stuff over there. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll be hanging out with Mrs. and just chilling. I think that'll be tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. my time. So been subbed for a while. Okay, yeah. Through other. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, thanks for showing up. Yeah, I understand that. You know, there's a lot of creators actually I follow that I don't participate in chats for either. So it's all good. All good here. All right. Yeah, what kind of? I think I need to get a refill for this guy. Yeah, refills like 5 times. Feels like it, anyways. And then we'll get her little midsection here that's kind of poking out. Yeah, it's not gonna do. Refill. Hey, Mrs. On my way to the retirement party, so thought watching. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Mrs. I'll be sure to see you tomorrow for a little Lego stream. I gotta find my yellows. Refill real quick. Look at that. It's already halfway done. All right. All right. Wow. Oh, hold on. That chat jumped up on me. Data prints for the win. Yeah. Well, we all know who Powers voted for in the poll there. Yeah. So there's a poll there for which is your favorite Wonder Gal. So it's between Diana, Donna, and Cassie. So, which surprisingly, I actually have a Donna Troy and one Diana in the works. Well, I actually have 2 Wonder Womans. I have the one I started last year, and then I have one that's in my sketchbook at the moment that I drew while watching Dadman stream or one of the streams. I can't remember which one. It was it was one with Hungry on it. So that was because there's a part where they kind of started talking about Linda Carter. So I was like, I kind of feel like drawing Wonder Woman right now. So, and I always kind of draw the George Perez looking Wonder Woman. It's my favorite look for her. And how was gift giving? They love their gifts. I think I won Uncle of the Year with them. So yeah, surprised everybody. Like, because my sister-in-law had no idea I was getting them all that stuff. There's like some of these things I got them. So yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah, my sister's gonna have to step up her game next year. But yeah, so that might be their favorite at this point. So, oh, I better jump back down. All right, follow your hubby and sub. Oh, nice. Love all the Wonder Gals, but Diana, yeah. Yeah, I guess I'd probably have to go Diana as well, but very, very close second, Donna Troy. All right, get her hand going. And maybe for skin tone, at least being mapped out right now. Just gonna do another layer. And then I'll switch to a different color. And add more of a little bit of a rosiness to her cheeks, just a little bit. In just a second, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, Crummy or Grummy. That's who I chose. Yeah. Well, yeah, ate all the food that damn man posted on Twitter. Yeah. I saw that actually. Just before I started streaming. All right. And we'll... Yeah, I'm still looking for the T-Rex skull misses. I'm still, you know, I got Indiana Jones. I had to fire Sam Neill or Alan Grant because he just wasn't doing his job. So I hired Indiana Jones. I hired Laura Croft. They're going to be here tomorrow morning. They're going to help me find the T-Rex skull. So, so we should be able to make it in time for tomorrow's stream. Kingdom of the T-Rex skull. Hire a psychic. Yeah. You know what? There needs to be one of those Lego. Instead of a metal detector, it's a Lego detector. So it detects where the Lego bricks are in your house or something. No, I know where it is. It's hidden away. It's just easier for me to avoid touching it if I just make myself believe it's actually gone or actually missing. All right. Oh, where is Zan? She's my favorite. It goes Flash, Wonder Woman, Ty, then Superman, and yeah. Mine's very similar. For me, it goes Batman, Green Lantern, Superman. Let's see. Do I like Tim Drake more than I like? Yeah, I say I go Tim Drake, and then Cassandra Cain. And that probably like Beast Boy and Raven and stuff like that. Yeah. Dick Grayson, also love. I love Dick. Whether it be Nightwing or Robin, or even Batman, because actually I didn't mind him as Batman for a little while when that happened. This is the only time actually Damian Wayne kind of worked as a character, but yeah, because it was kind of an interesting sort of dynamic. You know, you had a more lighthearted Batman with Dick Grayson, you know, with his personality, he's more quippy. He makes more jokes and stuff. And then you have like this Robin who's like a pain in the ass, who's all angsty and all that. So it's kind of like the reverse. So that's the only time it kind of worked. His character kind of worked for me. But yeah, Damon's still a mistake, though. I was a big Batman fan. Yeah, that's all right. Don't get clipped in there. Yeah. Well, if I didn't say it, someone else in the chat was going to say it. So might as well be me. You know, I'll just call them all homophobes then. You know, try to use it against me. It's like, fuck you, I'll get canceled. All right. So where's that at? We're using an R00, which is a pinkish white. And we're kind of just like going to kind of build up the rosiness on our cheeks a little bit. I'm going to need a brighter color. Just a minute. Do a little bit on the chin, a little bit on the nose, and a little bit in the eye region. Just going to start. We'll pull out R20, get them more. Ooh, might not be the best option. Okay, we'll blend it up. I'll grab an E00. I try to make sure I try to say which marks I'm actually using as much as I can. Sometimes I forget. Okay. It's okay with you. I will drop your channel link. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, go for it, Suzanne. Really appreciate that. Yeah, go for it. I appreciate all the love and the extra promotion. Be a little bit less talkative right now though, because I gotta make sure I don't mess up when I go. Because I got Power watching me. He's gonna go off on me if I mess this up. You know, so I should be able to fix this up. No problem. It's all about layering and whatnot. Yeah, thanks for that. Really appreciate the shout outs. Because we're a little bit, I kind of felt like we've kind of hit a little bit of a rut in terms of subscriber count. Not that's the most important thing to me, but I do want to kind of start building this channel up a bit more this year. So I'll try to start doing some shorts at some point. I can't really do them now. I have a lot of stuff kind of going on at the moment, so I need to kind of figure out how to find a consistent schedule to kind of make little shorts and stuff. I'll try to make more time lapses like that. Can't really do. We'll try another time lapse at some point because I removed a bunch of. Cause one of the things I kind of felt was ruining the stream quality was having so many different. Cause I just realized there were like so many different clips in my back room or whatever, and so I was like, I think that's probably the reason why my streams are dipping in quality. So I was like, okay, well, let's try to clear it out a bit. You know, we'll just only bring in clips for like certain streams. Like, got rid of all the Green Lantern clips and all the Teen Titans clips, and Transformers clips, and I just kind of keep them off into a folder. And if the day comes where I need to, if I'm doing like a Transformers stream, I'll bring in a Transformers clip. If I'm doing a Green Lantern stream, I'll bring in some Lantern clips and so on and so forth. So hopefully that kind of helps me clean up the quality of the stream, and maybe I'll make the time lapse a little bit better. I haven't really. I was gonna do it with Wally, but I kind of forgot. So we'll do it with Wonder Girl. We'll try and see if we can get back to time lapses. But yeah, that's what we got planned this year. We're trying to upgrade the channel. I'll probably get a new want to get a new intro at some point, just as well as like kind of like an interlude type of thing, like where you have like a just for like whenever I need to take a break or need to run to the bathroom or something like that, or what have you. Like one of those like interludes, we kind of see a nice like little slideshow of my art. I think that'd be really nice way to kind of upgrade the channel, just little things like that. All right, thank you, Suzanne. Appreciate it. I'm in enough channels and Discords to help you out. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate that. You are too kind. Too kind. All right. Should get enough. We'll bring back. We'll bring the EO0, EO1 rather. Kind of just blend these colors together. I can avoid Power's wrath, hopefully, by not completely screwing it up. But luckily, I still have the original inks on the side, so I can always redo it if there is a mistake. Yeah, and speaking of that, well, not really speaking of that, but I actually kind of did a full. I went to the art store yesterday, and I got a bunch of new portfolios. So I kind of was reorganizing my my art placement yesterday. So maybe one day we can do like a full portfolio / like old artwork collection tour, like or tour of all the artwork I've done over the years. But I think we could. But I think I want to save that for like when we get another milestone. So maybe when we hit like 400 subscribers, I think we'll do that. Would you guys like to see that? Want to see me embarrass myself? All right, later, missus. Have a good party. Yeah. Don't eat too much. Yeah. Don't explode your stomachs. Gonna be all alien on you. Too much. All right. I'll bring in just a cherry white. That's R000. Let's do a nice little fade into the white areas. Just add a little bit extra color and depth to her. All right, should be it for the skin tones. I think I'm pretty good on that. Let's do one more run through with the YR. But you know what? Should I? She doesn't really seem to. A lot of the reference I don't see her with any sort of like eyeshadow. Not really that type of girl. She's kind of like almost like a tomboy sort of a vibe, a little bit. At least in the Teen Titans show. So she doesn't really seem like the makeup girl or someone who goes too crazy, but we'll add just a little bit of a hint. Extra color around the eyes. We'll be very, very subtle with it. All right. R20. Just gonna help them pop out a bit more. Okay, that should be it for the skin tones on her. So move on to the hair. So we'll use See, I haven't drawn blonde hair in a little while, so grab. And I don't like to go too yellowy. I kind of like to go for more of like a golden sort of look almost, you know. So try to go for that, like very very light sort of, because she doesn't really have a very yellowy hair. You know, it's not really realistic. So not that we're shooting for 100% realism here, but yeah. I'm just gonna put some markers back so we don't have a clusterfuck of a desk here. I'll keep some. I can probably put these away. Yeah. I don't need you. I need you. Go away. Sure, might need to keep this. All right, and maybe you. Maybe. Maybe this guy. Just trying to look for very, very light shades, you know? See, 21, and that should be good enough. So by using an E21, just kind of map out different sort of shapes with the hair. Grab the shadows. And boom. Be very, very light. Gentle with our strokes here, so to speak. All right. So far, so good. All right. We'll start with a little bit darker shade now. Use the gold. And then we'll start to add in just a little bit of yellow. Not going to go too crazy with the yellows, though. In real life, blonde hair really isn't all that yellow. It's blonde, so more of a vanilla sort of color. Once you dye your hair to be more yellowy, then yeah. A little bit of gold for the eyebrows. Probably just go brown a little bit later for that, but All right. I'll use a Y21. Where's this Harrier? Get out of here. All right. It's going to be very, very, not going to do too much because I want to keep some of the highlights. So I'll just make it look like it's shining a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. I think YR21. All right. Bring in that YR23. That's a little bit more deeper shades. Might even bring in some warm grays in a minute, just to help with the shadows. Yeah. Just define them a bit more. All right. There we go. We're getting there. All right. We'll grab some warm grays. About let's go to 3. We'll work our way to a 5, I think. Yeah. finally at the point I can start to outline two. Ooh, nice, dude. Yeah. Dimension. Ooh, I don't think you'll have trouble making backstories for your heroes, but something that is good for questions about your. Yeah. So actually, I do have that. Grumpy, I have actually a whole folder of character profiles. So for those that don't know, I've been working on what Grumpy's talking about is I've been working on a comic book for, because a lot of people here are kind of new to this channel, might be new here. So I started working on it's kind of been a while now, actually, when I first started coming up with ideas for a comic book. But hold on. Just trying to grab this real quick. But but it wasn't until like almost a year and a half ago, where I kind of came up with the more dominant version of the book, because there's a few different directions I was going to kind of go in. This is the one, but this is the one where I was like, this is definitely the way I want to go with it, and so I kind of started creating a few characters. And yeah, so I've been trying to, and ever since then I've kind of just been off and on about building out this world and the characters and the story and all that. But very much more off because I just had not had the time to really develop the world and the story and the characters and all that. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I'll just put it that way. So. Or something that allows file sharing. Oh, yeah. Well, I have it on my Google Docs account, all my profiles and all that. I just kind of put in there. But yeah, so I do have like a whole like folder on my, like I said, Google Drive, where I have a bunch of my characters and all that, whether it be some of the villains, some of the heroes, some of the side characters. I just have a whole bunch of I have a couple character profiles up there that I've been working on. And a lot of them are empty. A lot of them are still a work in progress because I just have not had the time to really work on it. But as of late, I've actually been starting to get back into it. So a couple weeks ago, actually, I started, just drawing some new designs for certain characters. I completely redesigned one character in particular, but not really comfortable sharing any of that at the moment, just because I'm still very early stages of development. And hi, Tabitha, great to see you again. I saw you earlier, so good to see you. Happy Saturday to you as well. Yeah, so I'm not really comfortable really sharing a lot of some of the details just yet, because it's still very much in the infancy stage with the comic there, but. We'll get there at some point, I'm sure. It's going to be a long time before I actually get around to actually publishing the comic, because there's a lot that goes into it. Also, got to really just kind of work on build up my skills and talent, because doing these pinup drawings is one thing, but creating like full-on linear storytelling with art is a little different animal. So that's one thing I have to try starting to practice a lot more of this year. So I might try like little comics here and there, like just little short stories or whatever with my art, just to kind of get my toes in, if you will. Just get a little bit started on just learning how to tell a story with my art, or rather linear storytelling with my art. Because it's a very important sort of skill to kind of learn if you want to get into the comics and all that. And there's also obviously the business angle of it. You have to do my research a lot more on how it's all going to work out. So full panel for my next art. Ooh, but hopefully, you'll join us February. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No worries. Yeah. Yeah. If I try to join in the full panel, there'd probably be even more issues. So yeah, I'd love to come on next month if you'll have me. I think I may be out of town this week coming up, so I probably wouldn't be able to make it to the show anyways. I'll have to look at my schedule. But yeah, it was a lot of fun though last time I was on there, and hopefully I'll have a better better connection than last time. Because I was a little bit out of sync last time I was with you guys. So, but I still had fun nonetheless. I've been at the stage for years. But after launching a Shank University vid in 2020, I got a program that's helping me organize these worlds. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, I know. I'll be sure to behave, you know. Right. So anyway, right now we're just kind of adding our gray tones or our warm grays rather to the hair. So I find that warm gray kind of works well for like lighter care or more earthly kind of colors like yellows and browns and sometimes reds. That's what I'm doing. And I sometimes will use it on like skin tones on occasion. Yeah. Still a little shy there. Yeah. Hey, it didn't hinder your awesome art. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Hopefully I can come on next month. So I think I have a bunch of other town work next month as well. So we'll see. Gotta check out the schedule. Extra details here. All right. It's called Campfire, and though they have changed drastically, it still is very helpful for writing up pictures. Okay, yeah, I'll look up the. Thanks for the link, actually. Yeah, thanks for posting the link. Yeah, I'll try to check that out in a minute when I can. Okay. Yeah. Let me copy it from StreamYards, but I'll try to look it up at some point. Oh, let's write it down. Old school here. Campfire writing. Okay. All right. All right, now I think we're gonna bring in. I want a little bit more of a yellowy sort of, not too much because I don't want to go too yellow with blonde with her hair here because blonde hair really isn't all that yellow, you know. It's more vanilla, like, you know. So kind of just do very, very light. Want to make sure we don't go too much into the highlights here because we want to kind of keep those around. It helps make your hair look like it's shining a little bit, you know. Just a little bit. We can grab the insides here because it's all going to be in shadow. Casting from torso and all that. And head. Just a little bit. Hey, this should be good for the hair here. Since I have my yellows on, I might as well go ahead and do the yellow on our costume. So I think it's going to be the, let's see, you better look at our jeans. Okay, so we need the symbol on our belt, the eagle, and then a little bit on the chest area here. After this, we can bring in a bit more deeper yellows because we're going for more of a goldish sort of look. and the lasso. Can't forget the lasso. Hey, Grumpy. Or Deadman. Hey, Deadman. Good to see you. This retirement party thing. Yeah. Say hi and leave a like. Sure how long I'm here for. Yeah. Well, we still have, the water, the sand, sky, the mountains to go. So you probably won't. So maybe you'll be here in time for the rest. Unless I enhance the Flash's powers. Since we're going for a golden look for most of this stuff here, we're going to kind of just color in pockets here. So just kind of like that. Just make it look like it's shining. Yeah. Just a little bit of shadow from the eagle and its feathers. I guess like a better term. That. All right, and it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Kind of made the inks a little bit wonky here on the lasso. Oops. Do that. All right. I think she has silver bracelets. Yeah. So we'll leave that. Is she? Hold on. Yeah, I think she has silver bracelets. All right, whatever it is. Let's leave that for now. I think this guy. Lasso. Just use it for shadows. Nothing more here on the lasso. All right. Yeah, should be good. And we'll bring in this guy. I think. Well, yeah. In just a minute, we'll bring in more of a yellowish sort of color, for lack of a better term. Just kind of make it a little bit different or stand out from the actual hair here. Only Nubia and the Yara floor have gold bracelets. Yeah. Yeah, no, I have some reference. I was just checking. Making sure I don't mess it up. Oh shit. Okay, must never forget the lasso. Yep. Never forget the lasso. DC. Yeah, that's why one of the things I really hate about DC now is that they made the sword and shield about Wonder Woman her main weapon. You know, people don't really talk about this too much. Honestly, it's weird, kind of weird, because it wasn't too long ago when Wonder Woman was not all. Now, obviously, she's not like above using like a sword and shield, and not above like killing and all that, but her original character was meant to be more than that. Like, she was more than just a fighter. She was more than just an Amazonian warrior. Like, her whole mission was to protect humanity, and most importantly is to bring peace to humanity and she was her main role was as a emissary, a diplomat in a way. She was kind of, because that was her main mission. She was meant to bring about peace. Like, she was about bridging the world of man. And Themyscira. That was her whole mission in the original comics. And so when you reduce her just to like a Red Sonja like type of warrior, which not to rag on, I'm not trying to rag on Red Sonja, but you know what I mean. She's not supposed to be like that, just a warrior princess type character. She's meant to be more than that. Well, she serves a far more important purpose than just being a badass warrior chick. And that was kind of like by the New 52, and that was further emphasized by the Snyder films and whatnot. The chaos continues with Yves on Trash Gas, but he's making sadly good points. Those guys are all better than this nonsense. Yeah, we're not gonna. Yeah. I've kind of been catching up on the drama too. It's a little weird. I think people just need to get along. It's just weird how it all kind of came about. Yeah. But that's not my fight, so I'm not gonna worry. Not really worried about it too much. It doesn't really concern me. So that's the reason that I like Wonder Woman more than Superman or Batman. She's the happy medium between them. Yeah. And I'll just add a lighter shade of yellow. Just kind of blend it in. I did kind of lose a little bit of respect though for Yellow Flash when I found out that he actually. I don't really follow Yellow Flash that much, anyways. But yeah, like because the whole thing with him like kind of started when he revealed EVS's rates, like his cover rate or whatever. And for those who don't know, that's a big no-no for someone who's buying, for like if you're buying art, like you never reveal the person you're buying art from's page rates at all, like ever. Like that's between the artist and the customer, whether it be for commission jobs or what have you. Like that's sacred among artists, so you never want to. That I lost a lot of respect for him when he did that. It's like, look, it's like whatever your feelings are towards the guy, like you never do that. You never stoop to that level and do something stupid like that. Like, it's horrible. Like you never do that to anyone, because what that could do is damage that artist's ability to actually, Now, obviously, EVS is not going to have a problem with this, obviously, because he's EVS. So, and people will pay for a price for him. But like what this does for a lot of other artists is that, like for example, say I gave someone like, or someone wanted a commission, I don't charge now. I don't charge this, but let's say I charge $200 for a sketch of Wonder Woman or something like that, and that guy goes and blasts my rate on Twitter, say, "Hey, this guy charges this much." Well, that would kind of like, you know what I mean? It messes with your business as a freelance artist. You know, it kind of, you know, because then people will see that and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not going to buy from this guy. He, you know, there's no negotiating between price," because there can be a negotiation angle when it comes to commissions and all that. So, yeah. So yeah, that was like, no, you never reveal rates at all, like ever. Like that's because it can mess with your business as an artist, and you know, the term starving artist is real. Like you have no idea how you know, damaging that can be for someone. You know. So yeah, I just rubbed me the wrong way with what he did there. Yeah, it just destroys negotiation because obviously if you're, because like, I mean, when it comes to commissions and stuff like that, right? It's always going to be kind of different for every person you get commission from, because sometimes, you know, things will be, you know, different. If it's like a friend, you know, you'll probably charge a little bit differently than say someone you just met. You know what I mean? And so it's just very, yeah, it's just a very, very muddy situation. Seeing it. Flash messed up huge and can't figure out how to take it back. Yeah. Yeah, it is really an SJW type of move. Yeah, well, I've never really followed, you know, it's like I don't really follow those channels as much, like the Friday Night Tights guys. I never really watched them as, like, I follow certain individuals within the Geeks and Gamers sort of sphere and whatnot. Like, I follow Mara. Mara's not really, well, Mara's not part of a G&G, but she's kind of adjacent to them. But I follow Steph, I follow Lethal, and, you know, but it's because I like those people individually, you know, more so. And yeah, I don't know. I just could never personally watch a Friday Night Tights episode. It's really just them kind of just complaining about what Disney or Warner Brothers doing, and it's just like, yeah, it's like I just don't want to listen to a shouting match 24/7. You know, it's just not my thing, personally. It's like I like to relax. You know, whenever I'm watching a live stream, you know, so I sit back, relax, have some fun. You know, and it's hard to have fun when you have 12 different people, you know, shouting and screaming and all that. So nothing against Gary personally or anyone there, but it's just not for me personally. Yeah, that was strange with Ripa and all them. Yeah, it's just a really strange thing that's going on. Plus, I let people get in his ear and did what one of us never do in the middle of storm. Just yeah. See, I'm not even really taking sides too much, to be honest. Like, I'm not really that kind of person. It's just like I'm not. Like, I just never liked this whole tribalistic mentality of just like taking sides. It's like I'm just siding with what's right, what's, you know, who's in the right in whichever circumstance. You know, it's like it's not because it's like, and you know, I'm not being biased here either. You know, it's like, you know, if EVS does something I don't like, I'll be the same way. You know, and I'm not biased by any means, because it's like I've never read either Cyberfrog or I haven't bought any Comicsgate books or any independent books, just because I just haven't really had the time for it. Yeah, so, but it is weird what's going on, you know. I think that keep up. keep with Flash's streams, but I had to keep up with them because other people I know stream around. Yeah. You know, I don't really, it's like, I don't really, I used to be like that. I used to kind of try to make sure I just like, for me nowadays, I just kind of like focus on the streams that I actually want to participate in and actually, you know, spend time. That's why I've been kind of spending, that's why I spent more time with like people like Mackany90 and Grunt and Dadman and Mrs. Dadman and all them. Because you know, I like people who are genuine. And that's what I think it is. I like genuine people who are, you know, talk about things they genuinely like and genuinely care about, you know. And hi, Jeremy. Good to see you. Yeah. I know. I get it. I watch these folks for the jokes, you know, or the fake wankery is, and it can all get flushed down the toilet. Well, I need more art. Yeah. And that's why I kind of now, for example, on this issue, I'm more on EPS's side because of, not just because of the rates, but because of the quality of art. Like he's more, you know, the way. And apparently, it's been leaked that, you know, Ripa has been, his artist has actually been using 3D models and all that. He's been using like stuff like that for, and just like just basically like tracing them or whatever. Like it's like, yeah. It's like say what you want about Ethan, but if you open up like this, because I haven't read them, but I've seen the interiors for both books, and there's a stark difference, stark contrast between the two, like Isom versus like Cyberfrog. You know, there's a lot more soul, a lot more, you know, attention to detail. There's a lot more going on, and a lot more, you know, that's really being pushed in Cyberfrog than there is in Isom. Like it's just like if you look at some of the panels in Isom, it's very, very bland and very, very, you know, not really all that interesting to look at. This isn't, I'm not trying to, you know, shit on the artist and whatnot or anyone there. It's just you know, compare one to the other. One looks vastly, you know, more put together, and as it should, because, you know, EPS is obviously a very not respected anymore because of, you know, the way DC's kind of been messing with him, but he's still very well respected, you know, within the comicscape and all that. But, you know, he's had more experience than, like, say, Ripa or most of the people in comicscape, you know, or in that sphere. So it's like, but yeah, you know, it's just a weird circumstance they're all in. Yeah, that was a weird thing too with his deal with Dillard. Yeah, I would never take that job ever, like, because basically what happened was he gave him a 40% ownership of the character or of the book, and promised him a big payout at the very end of it. But that's just a really bad decision to make as an artist, to take that kind of job. Just spilled something. Because you never want to take a job and not get paid for it at all. Like imagine if your boss comes to you one day, he wants you to work these kinds of like a really expansive shift without pay, and then but wait, you wait until this, you know, period of time, like at the end of this month, you'll get a big payout. And it's just like, no, give me my bi-weekly payments, you know, give me my check at the end of each month or whatever, every week or whatever. It's like, no, like you never want to do that. You never want to get in that circumstance to begin with. It's very, very like you want to make sure if you're taking a job with someone, you're getting paid, like, because it is work. Like creating a comic book, like, is work, and it's hard work. Like it's not just like going into the office or whatever. It's like, no, not just that. If Flash, say, damages his reputation and the sales for his book, you know, end up, you know, going in the tank, well, guess what? That's going to affect Dillard and his income. So it's a really bad idea to take that sort of offer as an artist. Like, no, you should be getting paid. You know, Ethan said, like Ethan kind of said that, you know, he's became paid every time he gets page, like, you know, turned in. Like that's how he kind of pays his artists. You know, every time they turn in a page, he, you know, sends them money. Like that's how it should be. And it's just a weird, really dumb thing he's doing there. So the country, yeah. Just need a fine tool for learning. There's nothing wrong with it, but people pay for your hand run. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know. Yes, that is what he has come out. Knows how to do better work than this by hand, but we had that, and the images were found online. Look tracing, yeah. So yeah, it's like it's just the really muddy circumstance. I didn't really want to talk about this topic, to be honest, on this channel, because I know it can be a very divisive topic. Because people are always going to kind of choose sides or choose their favorite content creator over one another. I'm just like, it's like, look, I'm just on the side of whoever's actually right in the circumstance or the truth. I'm more on the side of truth, and that's and so yeah, it's a really weird thing. And the models are there. Yeah. Yeah, all the SketchUp models. Yeah, that's where they're all at. Yeah, I'll never use any of that stuff, ever. If I ever do a comic book, it's never going to be in my book. I'm going to draw the buildings. I'm going to draw the cars, even if it looks janky, because I don't draw cars much, but I want it to be from me. I want it to come from me. My soul, That's what art is. It's a window to the person's soul who's making the art. But yeah. All right, so now, since I have the lasso here, I'm going to do some little lighting effects here. Just kind of going around. Just want to have a little bit of a glow happening. I probably should have gone for a lighter yellow here. Wasn't thinking. Oh well, we can probably come back in later with like a whiteout or something. Actually, I was at the art store yesterday. Actually, I grabbed I actually stocked up on my whiteout pens, so got 2 more of these guys in the drawer because this one's running out. So we're locked and loaded because those things actually last for a very long time. Like this one's like lasts for like a year almost. So those things are really useful. To know the truth though, but it's hard. Or like this, yeah. It's like, I understand it, because people, they'll gravitate towards their favorite YouTuber. But I think that people need to realize that, look, you can still be loyal to that YouTuber. You just have to, but the best way to show loyalty is to tell them the truth. Like tell a YouTuber you like is the truth. Like say, hey, no, you're in the wrong here. You need to kind of fix this. You need to actually pay your artist or whatever. Like that's kind of my whole issue with it. It's like if you truly care about a creator, you'll tell them the truth. Like like if I do something really fucked up or stupid, like I want you guys to all tell me about it. Tell me I did something stupid. Like I want that. Like it's like because we're only human. We're all only human, and we all make mistakes. We all do stupid things sometimes. I mean, own up to them when we do make those mistakes. Let's put another yellow shade. This one's kind of dying on me. Like you say, if the chat cares for the host, they'll tell them the truth. Yeah, exactly. You know, like a true friend is someone who will actually tell you the truth of, you know, your mistakes or whatever, you know. Reference what you will, but only trace locations of your. Yeah, I mean it's like one little thing. Like I can understand using it for like something really small or in something very, you know, like something that's in like the background. Like that's one thing. Like something that's not really noticeable. But if you're using it like for the entire fucking thing, like it just becomes noticeable and it's stupid and it's just lazy. So yeah. Now, I'll never use any of this, you know, digital stuff, and just not. I'm just not equipped to do that because I don't know anything about it. But even then, it's just like, you know, I want to, you know, I want to draw it all by hand. Yeah, it's just my thing. Yeah, it's who I am as an artist. So. Yeah, that too. Like I heard like Rippo was kind of having issues with you know, taking criticism from people because he's like, oh, they're all just, you know, haters, they're all just this and that. It's just like, well, even someone who hates your guts, even if they hate your guts, even if you hate them, you know, it's like they sometimes might have some valid criticism. Like once in a while, maybe not always, but once in a while, they might have a good, you know, good piece of criticism to offer. You know, you might not want to hear it, you might not like it, but you know, sometimes you need to take advice from the least expected place. You know, because like you know, it's like, and you know, I want some like I would want someone like EVS to, if I ever made a comic book one day, I would want him to you know, criticize my comic book because, you know, he knows his stuff. He's a veteran in the industry. It's like you want someone like that to criticize you because otherwise you'll never get better, like as an artist or as a creator and whatnot, or as a storyteller. You know, you need the hard truth sometimes. You know, might hurt, might suck, but it's the only way you get better is by being brutally honest. You know, with yourself and, you know. But yeah. Yeah, you trace Sports Illustrated models, buildings, other people, and other artists' work. Yeah, it's like worse than this. I bet on them all. Yeah. Well, I bet on whoever wants good art, who's like all about self improvement and not just about quick, easy fixes. You know, so. Or just kind of make a quick buck. And it's just like, no, like, take your time. Like, you know, I understand that people are kind of upset that Ethan is not, you know, taking a while for Cyberfrog 2 to come out and stuff, but you know, when you actually see the interiors for the books he's making, like, you can understand why it's taking so long, you know. And you know, I'm the type of person, I'd much rather wait for something that's good than, you know, get something like, it's like the same thing we get and get what we've been getting from DC in recent years. You know, it's like or Marvel. You know, yeah, I think we're gonna move on from the stuff here, but you know, it's like I'd much rather wait like a couple of years for something that's really, really good than like maybe a couple months for something that's, you know, mediocre. You know, that's the best way I can put it. You know. You know, it's like we can wait like 10, if we wait like 3 years for a good movie to come out or something like that, it's like we can do the same for, at least I can do the same for a comic book. If I'm interested. I've never read Cyberfrog. I might check it out at some point. But yeah, you know, it's like, I think that people are, you know, you know, it's the same problem that Marvel and DC have had, though, you know, in recent years, where it's just like, oh, they're more interested in just pumping out crap and all that, rather than telling actually a good story. You know? good characters I like. But yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I need to check something real quick on Star Girl because she has like pants with like the star on her. But I'm just trying to see if it's red or white. I think it's white. No, we'll go white because it makes more sense because it's the Wonder Woman pants. So yeah, makes more sense because Wonder Woman had the stuff like that. All right. So start with a R05 with a light shade of red. Yeah, Zebes has had late books. He's a one-man op. Yeah, because he's drawing it all. Like he's drawing it all by himself, and not all by himself because he has like other people working for him. But you know, it takes time to make a comic book. It takes time to fill it. It takes time to make sure it's all good. Make sure. All right. And that's what you want from a creator, someone who actually cares about what they're making, Let's see, she has red lips too, so I'll grab those while I'm here. Deacon is acting like he can't take it. Yeah, I would much rather know where my mistakes are so I can improve. It's like just being gassed up by people. It's not going to make you a better artist. Like it's like the same thing problem with like George Lucas when it came to the prequels. He was surrounded by a bunch of yes men, and that's why storytelling. Even though I do like the prequels personally, it's not necessarily. It's definitely not the best because he just had a bunch of people who just said, "Yes, George, anything for you, George." They didn't have any people who criticized him or told him no. And you need that. You need people like that around you because otherwise, you'll never really improve or you'll make something that's less of quality because you need to have like feedback. Like I plan to ask people around when I eventually get my comic book going. I do plan to share scripts with people that I trust, share story ideas, share character ideas or concept art or what have you. I just showed Grumpy some art not too long ago in our DMs, and I want all the most honest criticism you can possibly give if I when it comes to that stuff. Like I want to make sure what I'm making is actually good and not just pumping up crap. It's like, so if a character I design looks like shit, tell me. That's all I ask because otherwise I'll never know until it's too late. So. Yeah, it is a weird sort of phenomenon that's happening right now in the indie sphere. Hopefully it gets resolved because I do want these people to actually get along with each other. Eric July has great ideas. I just think that because I think Eric July has great ideas. But I think that you need someone to kind of tell him like, look, this idea right here might not work as well. Or But what do I know? I'm still just an amateur. All right. Tell me now, not after I print it. Well, in RedBubble and Flash, but I still believe RedBubble will improve and Flash will divert. I mean, I hope so. I would hope so. You know, I want them all to succeed. I do. I genuinely do. I just want, you know, people to stop bickering and start acting more professional in the way they handle things. You know, that's because that's how you beat the mainstream. Which I don't even think that you need, like, which I don't even like that sort of mindset to have. Like, just, oh, we're doing it to beat the mainstream. It's like, no, just you beat the mainstream by making good comic books, good storytelling. You know, it's I don't know. It's not like the whole mentality of just doing things just to spite, you know, DC or Marvel. You know, if you just do that, then you're not going to succeed. You need to actually be invested in the story, invested in the characters that you're creating and writing for. You know. There's a mainstream, yeah. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah. I just want them all to stop crying and moaning. Good to see you, Sean. This is the first time I've seen you on the chat. Welcome. Yeah, we're just talking, shooting the shit. Just kind of bring that in just a bit more. All right. Need a lighter shade now. So I might come in with a little bit of orange in a minute. Because orange on red costume actually helps make them more vibrant, like for like Spider-Man or something like that, or Superman. I'll do that in just a minute. I'll go over that with another red. Strive, saw the post. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I usually go live every Saturday. It's usually either 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or it's at 11 a.m. Just kind of depends on what time because sometimes I'll have late shifts at work, so I'll usually kind of want to sleep in after those. So, because my shifts are all over the place. I'm either working really late or really early, or sometime in the afternoon or before then. So it's all over the place. So yeah, dying, but it ain't dead yet. Yeah, this is Megatron Hour. Exactly. And before I forget, I'll be over on. Hold on, I need to fix something. Just realized the strap on the side there is all gold and not red. It should be. All right, well, we'll fix that up later. It should be fine. But before I forget, there's a pinned comment at the top there. I'll be going over to the Mrs. Dadman tomorrow morning. We'll be doing a dual build stream, or not a dual stream because I'm not going to be streaming my channel, but we'll be doing a duo build stream, for lack of a better term, on our channel. So, going to be building the T-Rex skull. I got a couple weeks ago actually from Lego, so I pre-ordered it. And she's going to be building the peeing bear that she has been wanting for a while now. So, very, very classy stream we got planned. You going on to? Oh no. I'm going on to Mrs. Dadman, not Mara and Steph. Unless Mara and Steph want me, then I'll go on. Yeah, sure. I haven't seen them in a while. Actually, I haven't talked to them in a while, so I'll go on anytime they want me to. Just never ask me. But I did kind of ask Mara if we, or not really asked her, but I was like, why don't we play the Ninja Turtles game once in a while? Because we used to actually do a lot of game streams together back in the day. We played a lot of Splitgate, and then we moved over to Fortnite. And we did some Evil Dead, which I kind of just like, I didn't really care for Evil Dead as a franchise. I just got it because everyone else was getting it. I was like, I want to, because I like playing it. Because I really enjoyed playing like with Mara and Calman and all them. But I just got bored of the game entirely. I was like, it's like I'm not really attached to this franchise by any means. I was just like, Yeah, we used to have a lot of fun like back in the Splitgate days. I wish I had the clip. I have a few clips actually on my folders, but I took them all out because I think they were messing my StreamYards. But I have a few funny clips of me and Mara having a blast. Yeah, I think they're on tonight. Sometimes if they're not streaming tonight, they'll probably be streaming tomorrow. That's kind of how they tend to work, I think. All right, we'll grab some YR16. It's going to be a little bit of an orange. This will kind of help make the red just a little bit more vibrant on our costume. Because with a character like this, who's a very, very bright, sort of a happy character, you want to kind of like emphasize that with the colors and all that. You don't want to shroud her in darkness like a Zack Snyder movie or something, All right. Make sure they pop out. All right. I like Evil Dead, but I couldn't watch it until I was growing up. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen the movies. I don't really watch horror movies that much. Not like my cup of tea, personally. Yeah. I remember this one clip where Mara, we were playing Splitgate, and we were playing the deathmatch mode, so we're all killing each other instead of being on a team. And there's one part where she was trying to kill one of our other guys in the room, but then I came up right behind her and killed her at the last minute, like before she could. And she was so freaking mad at me. So, and then in the chat, I was just like, she was like kind of like, Megatron, I was gonna kill Joshy, but then you killed me. I was just like, oh wait, don't worry, I got him for you. Like I remember exactly what I said. I was like, oh, don't worry, I got him for you. And she's like, oh, thanks for getting him for me, but I need a big point. Like, so yeah, we had like so many good moments. So I might talk to her about actually doing like a turtle stream or something like that, because that's the one game I love the Shredder's Revenge game. I think she has an Xbox, so we might be able to make that work at some point. But we'll have to kind of get our schedules aligned for that. Yeah, I gotta find some of my clips, Splitgate clips. Those are freaking hilarious. That's actually where I started doing my Bane voice actually on the game streams as well. There's one where I used to do a lot of little voices and stuff like that on their channel as well. During the game streams, just like made everyone crack up laughing. All right. We just need a little bit lighter shade. Don't ask me to do any voices right now, because my throat's kind of screwing with me. It's just a little scratchy. Talking too much. But yeah, all this sucks, and I wish it weren't so. It wouldn't happen if people let go of their egos for the sake of. Yeah, it is what it is. People are just going to be do what they do. Yeah. All right. Just go over it all with our 0 or 05. Let's go from there. Yeah. Well, maybe when I get to the point where I'm monetized, maybe we can make that a whole thing. If people send me a super chat, I can do a little voice for them. We'll see. Or I'll read the super chat in like a character or something. There you go. So get me monetized, guys. You want that? I want to hear my sexy voice. You know. I hear my sexy Bane or Megatron or Soundwave voice. I can only do it. Yeah. Although I'd have to pull out, I have to get the voice mod reactivated when I do Soundwave. Because I have actual vocoder sound on there. I haven't used it in a while. So get too busy doing my art stuff to use it anywhere else. So. I'll keep learning and yeah. At the end of the day, you just have to focus on what you're doing, but first and foremost, you know. Get more of a violet sort of color going on our lips, just kind of make them a little bit different from the rest of her body. Just kind of help her stand out a bit more. Let's see, 4 o'clock. I'm thinking pretty decent time, actually. I'm gonna lie. Already 4:30. Got a decent amount done so far. Maybe monetize so you can do a super chat bit with your voices. And play it back as a super chat clip. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Let's see. Yeah. That's pretty good enough. Yeah. That'll work for me. All right. Should be for red. So we're going to move on to the blues, have our jeans, and then we'll move on to black and the chrome and the white on her. Yeah. And then after that, we can get started. Actually, after that, we'll do the after we do all the blues, we'll do the sky and we'll do water. Get that done very quickly. That way, we can just like do it all in one go. That way, I don't have to swap between different color families. All right, so grab that. Darker blues for the water, and yeah, just gonna make that pop out a bit more. That, grab you in a consensual way. All right, so let's go. All right, let's get her pants going. So her belt is all black, no, brown. So, and then like the little straps are going to be the blue parts. Okay. And then the symbol is just part of the belt there. Okay. I'll just do a little bit of shadow underneath here. Just under the belt. A bit more conscious of the yellow here. We'll make that blend out a bit more, a bit, or a little later on. Nope, didn't now. Do now before my colors dry up, or not dry up, but for the ink fully heals, for lack of a better term. Hard to explain. Just keep that going. All right. But yeah. Yeah. I also gotta save my voice for tomorrow's stream, so gotta keep my voice well rested. Might end up talking about like Jurassic Park on there because I'm doing a Jurassic Park set, so might as well talk about the movie, which will be a lot of fun. That's why I kind of like hang out around Dadman and all them a lot more. It's because I still like other people. Like I'm not against any. Like I don't have anything against most of these creators. In the sphere, for lack of a better term. I just prefer to spend time around people who genuinely like care about, or people who talk about the things they actually love. That's what I want. That's where I like to spend my time around. Because how many times can you listen to someone complain about how bad Disney Star Wars is right now? It's just like I just don't care anymore. It's like I'm perfectly fine with the EU being my Star Wars. So I don't need to worry about anything Disney does anymore. So it's like why can't anyone else just like why don't people just like start talking about the EU more, like people like Matt Wilkins do, or talk about the good times with DC and Marvel, that people need to start doing that more, as opposed to just like focus on the negative. Because if you focus on the negative too much, then it's like that's all we ever will get, Ooh, I used the wrong yellow here. Well, fix that with some blue. Who's your dino eating at the park now? Is a fantastic topic. Oh, yeah. Well, they're probably eating everybody. I gotta stream some more Jurassic World on Twitch soon. At some point. So I made a few new parks that are pretty cool. I made one that's really, really cool, actually. Because it was the first time I actually made a park without like a tour guide thing, like with the cars and all that. It actually turned out really well. Like I made it like it's as if like it was like a walk-in type of zoo. And it actually turned out really well. Like actually, I was actually really happy with it because it gave me more room to kind of do things. So it's kind of a cool way it kind of turned out. And I got an expansion actually for the Jurassic World movie stuff. So I have a bunch of the new maps and stuff like that. I might get more expansions later. We'll see. Yeah, that game's a lot of fun. It's like a very, very chilled, relaxing game. And this marker's dying on me. I'm making a more pronounced blue-green. Just a minute. Just kind of add some extra flavor. Not flavor, but extra flair to her legs here. If that man is drama-free. Yeah, exactly. And it's like chill. Everyone's just chill there. You know, everyone just hangs out. We just talk about what we like, what we don't like, and we don't take it personally. You know, we don't let our egos get in the way of our friendships. You know, that's what people need to realize that there's more important things in life than the bad things that's going on right now. You know, but whatever. People will be people. People do what they do. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. All you can do is just focus on what you can do, and what other people are doing. All right. All right. All right. Not turning out too bad. Actually, liking this one so far. Not too shabby. Oh, I should do a Donna Troy. Because I do have my Donna Troy in my portfolio. Which I need to actually reorganize my 9x12s. I did all my 8.5s last night when I was organizing my stuff. But I got a new folder just for 9x12s pieces. So I need to go through that. So I basically decided to sort out my folders by a franchise, or not by a franchise entirely, but I try. Well, I guess kind of like a franchise. I have 2 for DC characters because I know that I'm going to be doing more DC stuff in the future. I just know it. I have 1 just for Transformers. I have 1 for Marvel and Disney stuff, and then I have 1 just kind of miscellaneous. So for now, so I have like video game characters in there. I have Star Wars stuff. Ninja Turtles, all in 1 folder. I might have to show that at some point. Yeah, so I think I'll save that for maybe when we do hit 400 subscribers. Hopefully soon. I do want to kind of grow up this channel a bit more. But if we get to 400 subscribers, we can try to do like a little art tour of all my older stuff as well as some of the new stuff. All right. Grab some B00. And I'm just going to tie that all in. All right. I'm back in just a minute to add a little more of the glow. Just a little bit more. And I think we can move on to the eyes, and then the sky, and then the water. And then we can get all the blues kind of squared up, and then we can move on to the chrome, the tan for the water, and then we'll probably do a mix of greens and stuff like the mountains, like green and grays. So I do want to have like a very tropical sort of vibe in the background there. Just want a slightly darker shade actually before I do anything else. Just want to deepen the shadows there. All right. Just kind of bring this glow effect together. Blend that in as well. Let's see. CPG10. Okay, that should be it for the legs. No, yeah, she's all right. Almost done her, at least the main bulk of her, and then we can move on to the background. And hopefully we can be done at a reasonable time. All right, so I think we'll start with this guy. She has blue eyes, right? Yeah, I think she's, yeah, blue eyes. Just making sure. Blue eyes, blonde hair. Just the way we like them. Actually, I might bring in some almost teal-like color. Just kind of add a bit more depth here. There we go. And bring the blue back in on top of that. There we go. Nice and vibrant. So she pops out a bit more. Baby blues, exactly. Those sexy baby blues out. All right. Needs a little bit darker. So 13. Just a little bit darker, not too much. Cool. All right, now we're going to do the sky. And we'll start with a BG10. Let's go up to about here. I'm not gonna get too involved here with the sky here. Keep it very simple. We will come back later for our cloud effects because I do want to make sure I have my clouds because I haven't done them in a little while. Oh, I might be going a little too far there, so just go all the way then. This side. There we go. Yeah, for those who don't know, what I basically do, I'll take my acrylic paint and I'll take a napkin or a paper towel and just kind of use that to kind of dab the paint into the background. That helps create like a really nice, quick little cloud effect in the background. Very easy and simple. Yep. SketchUp can't teach you that. All right. Create little pockets here, and then we'll kind of cover those in with some other colors. Just kind of add some extra layers or extra depth to the sky. Oop, I gotta be careful of that. Hold on. Just put this right here because I'm taking some of the ink from the desk and putting it on there. So clean that up. Just notice that. Yeah, be careful if your desk is messy. Don't do what I do. Just get a little bit there. I'll make sure I put a cloud right here. There we go. We'll fix that up. Just cover it up. Destroy the evidence. All right, get a slightly darker shade here, and then we'll come back in with a lighter shade to kind of tie it all in. I'm just going up to there. Bring the 14. That's too dark. Too dark. I'll blend this color in so it's more natural. Then we'll grab a lighter marker. Should finish this one up. Don't leave bias lying around. Exactly. No evidence. No evidence. It says dying on me. No, this last trick. Super satisfied with that. But once we get the clouds going, it should be able to kind of clean this up a bit. Helps distract the eye from little mistakes like that. Should be good. Need a refill, buddy. Zero. I think I'm going to do triple zero to get some refill as well. What the fuck is it? So, or newer for Copic because they have different ones. There we go. Blacked out for a second. What's going on? Jam me a pot, StreamYards. Here, maybe just select that. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that ink. That juicy ink coming back to us. Careful around the hair. All right. So I'm bringing the blender so we can make this a little light on this end. I'll push that back just a little bit. Just a little brighten that up just a little bit more. All right. Triple zero. Feel that bishop, so to speak. Using my today. Stick it all in there. not overflow it. That's the last thing we need. And we'll grab the tip. Just the tip. All right, one more. All right. That should be good. Can't hear? You know, you have the same problems I do sometimes whenever I'm on the road. So, but hopefully you're enjoying the view at the very least. Yeah, she's not just being a dickhead, isn't it? Whatever. It's kind of dark. Yeah, it's good enough. There we go. A little bit brighter. And before we do the water, I just want to grab the gauntlets real quick. So I like to add a little bit extra, like little blue for the shine. The gauntlets, like anything that's like chrome or something like that. I like to put some blue in there. Just kind of helps it out. And that should be it. Yeah. All right, so we wanted a little bit darker shade for the water. This guy is not optimal. Later. Let's try to see if I can pull this back. Oh well, if not, we can just make it work. What we'll do use a darker shade. That will kind of right. Now, bring the B12 and just color all over it. Color all over it. I have to darken up just a little bit more just so we can kind of separate it from the legs here. Which I might bring in some blue-green. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just add a bit more blue-green. I think that'll make things stand out a bit more. Then, yeah, that'll be it for the water. We'll move on to, I think, the mountains, and then we'll go do the sand here. Okay, and then bring this where I put them. Okay, let's grab some blue greens. That way we kind of separate her from the lighter blues on the ocean here, and then we'll come back in with another blue shade, or another shade of blue to kind of tie it all in, so to speak. That's what we do here. All right. We'll bring in some blue-green. Just kind of add some extra, adds extra vibrance to the water here. It's supposed to be a tropical paradise. It's the mascara, so it should be looking as such. Hopefully I can last long. This guy. Let me swap markers. Just gonna make big areas then. Almost there. So here's one left. Probably the last shade. Probably just got to grab some yellows, kind of get these glowing effects going again. Move on. Let's see. Let's do the sand in the mountains next. The big areas done. Do the little extra details last. Let's go. think I'm gonna come back in with the with some of my whiteout pens and kind of you know, make it look like it's actually glowing. So get rid of all this gold and yellows. I just realized this makes it actually glow. So the best way to do that is to get some white and let the glow come from around it and all that. So, blue sky and sea for the baby blues, exactly. So yeah, so I think that she didn't really go over her lore actually yet. So which I don't know too much about. So Powers and Grumpy, you guys are the experts. So I'll leave that to you if I make a mistake. But basically, she was well, in the original story, I think it was I think she was introduced either in the 90s or in the early 2000s, around that time. It was around when I think it was around the time the Young Justice book was out. I think that's when she was first introduced. She kind of was introduced as a sidekick for Wonder Woman. She started out as, I think her mother was like friends with Wonder Woman. They were on she was like an archaeologist and all that. And I think she like found some sort of like artifact and that kind of gave her a little bit of power. But then later on, Zeus was the one who actually gave her full on powers and all that. And then she went on from there. And then I believe it was, Ares actually who gave Cassie her lasso. Like she had a little bit different lasso the way it worked, I think, than Diana. So it was a little bit different the way it worked. But yeah, but it was Ares actually who actually gave her the lasso. So that was kind of cool. Before we get any further, let's see here. We'll start with the let's see. Start with the grays just a little bit. Start with a neutral gray. Just do just a little bit there. Yeah, I think she started out as being a member of Young Justice because I think she joined because she had a crush on Superboy. I think that was the main reason why she joined. And then later on, she obviously went on to become part of the Teen Titans. And then her and Connor Kent dated for a little while. And then obviously, Infinite Crisis happened and Superboy was killed. And then that kind of sucked for everybody. And then I think that her and Tim Drake kind of became leader of the Teen Titans for a little bit, I think after 1 year later. But then I think Beast Boy actually kind of took over for a little bit as well at one point. Just trying to remember. It's been a while. Because I think there's like a fight between, there's a comic where Cinderblock was fighting Wonder Girl's team, and it was actually Beast Boy who actually showed up to actually even the odds and actually was the big reason why they were able to win that fight. And so he was actually he actually took command of the Titans for a little bit. Which actually kind of saw a little bit in the cartoon show. You actually saw Beast Boy actually take up leadership. This is why I hate Young Justice, the way, from what I've heard, they've been handling Beast Boy's characters. He has the leadership. It's like they forget that he has a leadership quality to him. Like, and they show this a little bit in the Teen Titans cartoon. At the very end, where you see him actually take a whole, like he takes like five like not no name heroes, but they're very, very obscure heroes, and they were able to, because in that final episode, all the Titans were down, or no, what happened was Robin was down, and a lot of other Titans were down, and Beast Boy, Raven, and Cyborg, they were all kind of off on their own, kind of fighting. Because they were just kind of busy. And so it was all up to Beast Boy to kind of lead that initial charge at the very end. That kind of saved everybody. Now, he did need help at the end there when the other Titans showed up. But without his initial charge, I don't think they would have been as successful because now all the attention's on, Beast Boy and not the Titan, not like Cyborg or Raven trying to bust in, you know. And so, yeah, so he was someone who actually could. He wasn't just like a jokester, you know. He wasn't just a jokester, or he wasn't just depressed about things that happened to him. He was someone who actually took leadership. He took responsibility when he needed to, you know. I remember Cassie before that. Last one before her was Donna Troy, and they sort of poofed her away. Ain't right. Changed some stuff. Yeah, I think they changed a little bit about Cassie's backstory when they did New 52. Because they rewrote Wonder Woman's backstory. And so it was actually a Zeus who gave, who was actually, I think Zeus was actually supposed to be like Diana's like biological father. And I was like, that makes no sense. But because she was brought to life by Aphrodite, you know, that was the whole, that was her original storyline. But now it's just like, oh, now it's Zeus. It's like, and so I guess because of that, they had to kind of retroactively change, or rather, it made it to where I think they made it to where it was like she was actually Diana's like niece or something, which was, you know, whatever. I think that's how it went. I'm not too sure. It's like it's New 52. I just don't care anymore. Like, I don't care about New 52. All the stuff in New 52 I acknowledge is like the Green Lantern stuff. That's about it. Yeah, that was not good writing. Yeah. I don't. While my cool race here, I might as well grab the gauntlets real quick. So. All right. Let's actually we'll bring back the warm grays. We'll start off with warm grays on the sand, and then we'll add like the beige and stuff like that on top of that. Don't worry about New 52. Yeah, I don't count it. It's dumb. It's dumb. All good dumb. Oh, you know what? Jumping ahead of myself. Need to grab greens because we need the tree and shit in the background. Do like little, because all the way in the back, so you're not going to really see a lot of the details here. So let's do little chunky lines here. I'll use some other things, kind of fuck out of my way. right. Outside of the New 52 can kick rocks. Yeah. You see how you tried to hint at their version of her father being Hades. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, they just made it to where Hades was the one alongside of Hippolyta when they gave birth to, or when she was granted life. So it wasn't like a full-on, issue there, All right. Let's grab this. Might need a lime green type. It kind of works. That'll work for me. Have a two real quick, so to speak. Just gonna grab that real quick. Okay. Now we can just sand. Or actually, you know what? I want to quickly touch up the lasso glow here. Then we can move on. Get to rock and kick itself down the mountain. Those rocks there, yeah. Well, no, they'll be falling to trees right now. They'll be falling to trees if they fall up the mountain there. So, but it'll hurt just as equally, I'm sure. All right. So I think we're done with the blues, so we can probably put those away. We're just going to be needing. Actually, no, I might. I'll grab the stars right here real quick, and then we'll move on from there. You know what? I think let's do. We'll do a little bit of a blue, but not too much. We'll put gray on top of that. Just a little bit. See the bracelets. Come back later with some. Let's add a little bit of shadow on your eyelids, not too much, just enough. Never be a true fact about Diana. There's one thing about DC I will always hate, despite how much I love it. Well, yeah, she was never given birth. She was brought to life by clay, or sculpted into by clay, and then brought to life by the goddess Aphrodite. That's her story, and that's how it should always be. All right. There's no need to change everything up. Just stop trying to change everything. Stop trying to be new and inventive. It's just like, no, you can be inventive, but without destroying what came before, It's like, don't do that. I'm trying to leave some little pockets here and have some like little bit of an afterglow coming down here. just a little bit. There we go. Let's do the sand. Or clay, rather. Clay, sand. It's pretty deep sand, though, to be honest. But I just did that just so I could hide the feet, so I didn't have to draw them. I'm lazy. Drawing feet are boring. All right. And I'll just do some shadows real quick. Time is it? Almost. It's about 5:30 now, so not too bad time. I think we're doing pretty well for time. So I think we'll do the clouds, and then I think we'll probably call it a wrap after that. Once we do that, so I do the belt, but that'll probably be the last thing we do with Copics at least. And yeah. All right. So grab some ease. We'll ease into it. That's sort of a light orange. Just a little bit, not too much. I want to try to add a little bit to the, the majestic nature of the mascara, just a little bit here. We'll add a little bit of purple. Let's play with that a bit more. Ew. Add some texture. Come back with 31. We'll tie it all in. Leave some of this yellow a minute. All right, just gonna yellow here. Just to add more to the glow. Just like a little bit right here. Might just add a little bit darker shade here. Like, yeah, it's kind of like the idea I kind of came up with this morning. It's like, oh, maybe this is just the island of the mascara. You know, I'm just gonna pull my camera up just a little bit so you can see what we're doing. All right. I'll do it for that. I'm going to add a little bit extra shadow to the stand here. Neutral gray. Be a little too dark. All right. Do it for that. Okay. Some browns and a black. Get the belt going. And yeah. We can call it a wrap. Oh no, we got to do clouds and then we got to do my highlights. I'll be it. Let's just go all black with it. Okay, let's go all black. Grab a better pen for this. The all black might be a much sharper look. Make the symbol pop out a bit more on her chest, on her belt here as well. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, blast. It's the platform. But yeah, I think Cassie would actually make a great Wonder Woman when she grows up. Yeah, yeah. And Tim Stephanie would make. Oh, that'd be cool actually. Stephanie Brown as a Batwoman. Oh, well, I should draw that. Like what a grown-up Batwoman would look like of Stephanie Brown. That'd be kind of cool. And Tim Drake. Yeah, you can see that. And they can have a son, and that kid could grow up to be Robin. Yeah. I don't know why they never did that with Tim and Stephanie. Let them have a kid. Let them have babies. But it's DC. We're not allowed to have happy families, according to Dan Deal. No happiness for DC characters. All gotta be sad and lonely, apparently. Just quickly define the lines here. Sand. So real quick, I'll grab a dark brown for the trees in the back. You should draw that. I sketched it on a plant a few weeks ago. I'll send. Ooh, yeah, do that. Send me. Yeah, yeah. Stop breaking up Tim and stuff. It's like, stop making Tim gay. He's not gay. Never was until now. I was bunch of weirdos over there at DC. So obsessed with bullshit. But they'll never learn. It's DC. They never learn from the mistakes. I'm going to dump these guys all into my floor. I'm going to crack open these guys. Yeah, that might be better for the lack of it. I might pull instead of pull one. I think we'll do the lasso first. And then, yeah, the lasso first, and then we'll do the clouds. And that could be it. Yeah. Let's make it lame and gay, as Southpark said. Somebody watch that special. I'm hearing good things about it. Let's make it lame and gay. That's the tagline I keep hearing. All right, so I got a bunch of these guys actually as well at the store. Open. Live unboxing. Let's grab one. We're just go all the way around the. Yeah. You're brand new. Thank you. this might be the first time I've done a full. I think I've drawn Cassie before, but never to this extent. And I've done a really like in-depth like piece of her like this. So it's pretty cool. I don't know if I've done a full colored version of her. Might have once, but I can't remember. And maybe we'll find out though eventually once we get a. If I get to my 400 subs, I can do a whole art tour of all my old artwork if I can find them all. Put a bunch of like bins and bags elsewhere, so that might be a fun to kind of go through and find them all. Yeah, I'll embarrass myself just for you guys, just for you guys' entertainment, because I love you guys. It can be a painful thing when I'm memory lane, all my old art, but you know what? If it makes you guys laugh, it's worth it. There we go. Look at that. That's popping. To make you tell the truth. And grab it. Just gotta be careful not to go over the lasso. Just do a little highlight there. All right, there we go. There's our lasso slinging lady. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put some little dots in the water because sometimes you'll see that. You'll sometimes see the because it's kind of like the sparkling effect that you see in water sometimes in the ocean. Just gonna do a little bit of that, not too much. What's up with you? Your new marker. Show that juice. Get that juice out of here. What's up with you? Just little streaks here. All right. Just little dots of energy around her lasso. Just to kind of add a little extra. Add a bit of a magical-esque to her. She is Wonder Girl after all. Yeah. Show some respect. Okay. Sure, that is funny. Never where to begin with. Yeah. It's not very good, but it is an improvement for me. Well, I did spoofing on an old Robin comic. Remember I said? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll check that out in a minute when I'm done the stream. Yeah, it sounds really cool. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun actually. It might be a thing we do here. Might do a thing like maybe Tim Drake and Stephanie have a son together. Kind of cool. Well, you know, Steph did have a son. I think that was like way back in the day, though. I think she had with an ex-boyfriend. It's big, like kind of like teen pregnancy story. It was a little weird, off-putting, but yeah, it is what it is. I probably wouldn't have done that for her, but that's just me. Oh, maybe that's two that could become the new Robin. There you go for Tim and Steph's. It could be when Steph's biological son actually comes of age, he becomes the new Robin. Maybe he's like, "Oh, this is my dad. This is my mom. What the hell?" Well, not my mom, my dad, but it's my mom. Who's yeah. There you go. Story solved. And maybe they could have. And obviously, maybe you could have Tim and Steph have a daughter or son or something. There you go. DC, hire me. I'll fix your problems. Good ideas. I'm just from spitballing at better ideas than you guys. Although I heard the Godzilla versus Justice League is pretty good. It sounds like it's kind of cool. So I saw one image where Aquaman was sending a Kraken after Godzilla, and that was pretty cool. It's the only good, cool thing that DC is doing right now, in my opinion. Just from the looks of things, anyways. Check it later and make the future bets. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll do that. This just to thicken some of the lines of the water here. Too much. Right. Let's see. We'll do the clouds now. We'll get this started. Need to grab like a little piece of cardboard. this. All right, got my Pentel. And my paint. We can do some clouds. If we have enough paint left over. Let it rip, boy. I think that might be the last of it. All right. Hopefully that'll be enough for what we're doing here. There's one cloud going off in distance there. That's just kind of to cover up that little mistake we made earlier. We'll do one right over here. One right here. It's a little weak. Once it dries, it should be cool. I'd leave this one off to the side once it's done. Just leave it alone. Let's attach those two together and we should be good to go. It's kind of eating the paper a little bit. It's okay though. It's almost done. It's almost done. All right. Well, once that's fully dried, I think the clouds will look pretty dope here. So what I'll do is I'll just put that there. Just put it right there. Throw it in the garbage later. Yeah, she's ready to fly. Unless her leg is too stuck in the water there. Nope. I'm not going to touch it anymore because I don't want to get my hand all over that. So I think we're on that note. I'm going to call it a wrap. We got redundancy. Oh, before we end it, we got to end our poll. So go into my YouTube here. Get that going. Ah, why are you doing this to me? StreamYard's almost done here. Almost done here. Gotta run the outro. Oh, why so slow? Thanks, Power. Oh. See, I wish I could have mods actually end polls for me. Like YouTube, fix that. Now I can just get Grumpy to end the poll for me when it's done. Don't strain your voice. Yeah, yep. So on that note, oh, I've got one last thing. One last thing before we end. We need oh. Nope. I won't ship it. That's black. That's on our name. Now we can type. So, well, think about it. That Robin would be trained by Tim, Cassie, Cassandra, probably Dick and Barbara and Bruce. And oh, did that? Yeah. You know, if Tim Stephanie had a son, that son would fucking be a goat. Like, oh, hey, Amanda, great to see you. Yeah, but yeah, because like Tim Drake was like the smartest of the Robins. You know what I mean? Like he was like the best detective out of all of them. Oh, I just got that notification. Oh, that sucks. Well, be sure to check out if you want to see more of little me. You'll go to the pinned comments. I'll be over on Mrs. Dadman's channel tomorrow morning. We'll be doing a Lego build stream. Actually, before I end, I'll show off what I'm building tomorrow. Let's grab it. I got this guy in the mail a couple of days ago. Boom. The T-Rex skull. So, yeah, I'll be drawing. Lisa's here. What the hell? Everyone's showing up when I'm about to end. What are you guys doing? Yeah, so no, Mrs. is going to be building the peeing bear, and then I'm going to be building the T-Rex skull tomorrow morning. So, yeah. But yeah, that sounds like a cool idea, though, Grumpy. You know, the son of Tim Drake and Stephanie Brown, what would that look like? Yeah. But, yeah. I can't end. Well, I have to end because there's nothing for me to paint. Do because I have all this paint that needs to dry on the clouds there. And let's talk for a little bit. But yeah, for those just joining, me and Grumpy are kind of talking about what it would be like if in the future, if you know, Stephanie Brown and Tim Drake became the new, like if New 52 never happened, if David and Wayne never happened, like what would the future of the Bat family be? You know, and I always kind of think that Tim Drake would have been the next Batman, like, or the future Batman before, like, and so, because he's the detective of the Robins. He understands the mission and all that, you know. And then like Stephanie Brown, because she became Batgirl at one point in the comics as well, and so it makes sense for her to kind of transition to a Batwoman at some point, and then, yeah. It's fanfic, yeah. So my goal might be to draw like a futuristic like Tim Drake and Batwoman. Like, what would that look like? you know, or rather them as the bad woman back or man. So yeah, well, I did actually have a spoil. Actually, I did have a Stephanie Brown and Robin piece. Actually, I started working on not too long ago, so I might have to get that one out. Adult spoil, yeah. But yeah, so I think on that note, I'm gonna have to call it a wrap. I don't want to strain my voice too much because I got to strain tomorrow with Mrs. and I need to have my voice. My voice needs its beauty sleep, so to speak. So, but on that note, I will get some clip pulled up because I have a Wonder Girl clip pulled up from this morning from the beginning of the stream. So on that note, before I do that, I gotta say thank you to everybody who showed up. So I gotta be a gentleman. Come on. All right. So yeah, thank you so much, Grumpy, Lisa, Power, Amanda. Let's see. Make sure I get everybody. Tabitha, Mr. and Mrs. Deadman. I saw Sean earlier. Who else showed up? Who else poked in? All right. And I think that's about everybody. I think that's everybody. Oh, and we had, I remember. We had Jeremy. And come on. It's low. Not used to my chat blowing up as much, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, that was who's Suzanne. There we go. Almost forgot. Yeah. And Suzanne, if you're still watching, thank you so much for the shout outs. Really appreciate that. Really cool of you. And oh, and Parrot. I saw Parrot at the very beginning. Disappeared into the shadows like Batman. Well, on that note, I will see you guys later. I'll be on Mrs. channel tomorrow, and for next week's stream. Okay, so next week, I'm not too sure what I'll be streaming because here's the thing: because I have 3 more orders of the Titan's Tower parts that I need in order to get started on the build. So if all 3 of those orders come in this week, then maybe this weekend we could do the build stream of the Titan's Tower, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Because I just have 3 more on the way that I need in order to get the the main sort of structure built. Then obviously I have to do the interiors, which I'm still getting the parts for as well. But I can build a tower without the interior stuff. So hopefully that comes this week. And if so, then yeah, we could probably do a build stream next Saturday. If not, then I'll find something to do. I'll pull out something, so to speak, from my portfolio, and yeah, we'll go from there. So on that note, finally, I will see you guys around.
That was amazing! You just whoosh and then bang!
Little less fangirl, little more Wonder Girl.
Right, sorry.
The Transformers will return after these messages.